Welcome back, guys. So today we'll talk about TCS NQT in complete detail. Before we start, what I would firstly like to mention is that TCS NQT is a great opportunity for all the candidates out there who are not very confident in their programming skills. Because in this, the focus is not, much on your coding skills. There will be coding questions, but the main focus is on your problem solving ability. To summarize, basically, right? And if you clear this exam, you'll have a great backup option. Now, let me just start with an FAQs that mostly people ask. So, firstly, what is TCS NQT? And it's basically a test that is conducted by TCS to recruit freshers. Okay, and this year it will happen in the last week of October. I think the dates are like 24, 25, and 26. Okay, and now what is the package offered? Right, everybody wants to know. So, if you clear this, you'll get an offer of like at max 3.6 LPA, and I know it's too low, right? Then why you should even apply for this? Because the package is like too low. Well, the reason is very simple, because if you perform well enough in NQT, you might get to appear for TCS digital test. Okay, and there the offer is of 7 LPA. Fair enough, right? Now let's talk about the registration part. I think most of the websites are already providing a link for the registration, and yeah, it's available online. But I'll highly recommend you to wait for the official statement from your college TPO, that is the training placement officer. Okay, the registration process of such exams, it's very delicate, and even a trivial mistake can cost you a lot. So wait till your TPO officially gives you the link. Okay, and by the way, if you have any questions regarding this exam that I've not mentioned or not answered in this video, feel free to ask them. Okay, and yeah, talking about the cutoff, there is no predetermined cutoff for this exam. Okay, it depends on basically how students perform. Okay, now let's come and talk about the exam. So in this exam, you'll have like a total of 180 minutes, and you'll have to solve 92 questions. So just give me a second, and I'll show you the all the sections and the number of questions accordingly. Okay, yeah. So here we have that, and we have like five sections: verbal, reasoning, numerical, programming logic, and coding. So let's try to cover all of them one by one. So firstly, let's start with verbal. Right. So in this verbal, there will be like 24 questions that you have to answer in 30 minutes. And there can be different type of questions like sentence ordering, reading comprehension, and etc. Let me just show it to you. Like the type of questions that can come in this verbal part. So this is a long list: synonyms, antonyms, prepositions, sentence completion, active passive voice, spelling test, substitution, sentence arrangement, and all that. So worry not, I'll just give this all in the description box below, and if you ever get the time, just you can check them out there, right? So this is like too much, and I won't encourage you to just go through all of this, because it's too heavy, right? So I'll just mention a few topics that I think are really important. So I think these topics, they can help you a lot. So we have prepositions, we have articles, we have SVA, subject verb agreement, we have vocabulary, that's really important, and then tenses, pronoun agreement, modifiers, comparison. Okay, when you go to give this exam, just brush up all these before you sit for the verbal part, and I think that you'll do great, because this is more than enough. Okay, the questions type may vary, but the question they ask, they'll be similar. So that is all about verbal. It's the level is not that high, I think, and yeah, you can do that if you just practice all these questions. So let's move on to the next part. Next part, that is the reasoning. Okay, so in this there will be like 30 questions that you have to answer in 50 minutes, right? 50 minutes. So there is no cutoff criteria, and you can easily answer each question if you have your logic straight. Okay, and again, let me just show you the type of questions that might come. So for the reasoning part, these are the type of questions. We have meaningful word creation, number series, data sufficiency, that's really important. Blood relations, it comes in like every exam. Coding, decoding, ages also is very important. Odd man out, distance and directions, this is also important. Statement and conclusion, seating arrangement, easy and complex version. Okay, analogy, mathematical operational arrangement, and symbol and notation. So honestly speaking, I don't think that you need to have like a lot of practice for this if you have just an idea on how to solve these sort of questions, because in this type of sort of question, there's not a lot, some sort of trick, some sort of cheat code involved. If you have good logic skills, you'll just do it greatly. Now what I think is the most important part, in this TCS NQT exam, that will that determines that will get selected or not. That will be the numerical part. Okay, why am I saying this? I'll just tell you that in a bit. There will like 26 questions that you have to answer in 40 minutes. Okay, now this section, it has like two subsections that are named like standard and advanced. Okay, and the qualification of the candidate will depend on these two sections for the interview. Okay, now the multiple choice aptitude questions, they carry negative marks also. There is negative marking, and it's for like these sort of questions. For every wrong answer, I think you'll get like zero point 0.3 negative, one third way basically. Okay, so it's really important. And yeah, there will be a fill in the blanks type question also, and they won't carry any negative marking. Okay, so do them up as long as you want. Okay, so the advanced section of this group, this is one of the like qualifies for your eligibility for the test of the TCS hiring. So it's like really important. And let me just show you the topics. Don't worry about these topics, I'll just give them in the description box below. If you get a time, you know, uh, look up to them. Now this numerical, I highly recommend you to just try to solve one or two type of question, one or two question of every of these, because there is some sort of trick involved in all these questions. There is a way to solve this question in like 5 seconds. And uh, in this type of exam where what is sorry, just give me a second. We have for this we have like 40 minutes for 26 questions. So at an average of I think 1.2 seconds you'll have to 1.2 minutes you'll have to solve every question. So you need to be like really quick. You need to have your you know back straight, and you need to do everything really fast. So here your speed will determine whether it will get selected or not, rather than your coding skills rather. Okay, so arrangement in series, PNC, permutation, combination, very important. Number system, LCM and HCF, percentages, allegation, mixtures. These topics can be really confusing if you don't know the formulas. Probability, ratios, proportion and averages, reasoning, work and times, speed, time and distance, geometry, divisibility, profit and loss, ages again, clocks and calendars, series and progressions, equations, average. So a lot of formulas are involved in these sort of questions. As the name says, these are numerical all. And yeah, you definitely need to look up to all of these questions at least once, if you want to clear TCS and QT, because this is going to be the determining part. This is going to be the part that will fix that you'll get selected or not. So focus on this. I'll highly recommend that. Okay, now let's move on to the next part. That will be my favorite part. It's the programming logic section. Okay, so in this section there are 10 programming questions from C language, and they'll be like input output debugging and the basic programming concepts, which are of MCQ and fill up the blank type questions. Okay, and again this section also has two subsections, namely standard and advanced. Advanced section, uh, you know if it's easy, it's easy for everyone. If it's hard, then only those who solve those hard questions will make out of this round. Okay, so advanced section, again, that will be maybe the clear, if you clear that only, you'll get to move to the next level. Okay, so MCQ will carry negative marking, and fill up the blanks, they won't carry any negative marking. So what are the important topics for the programming logic type questions? Just give me a second, I'll show it to you. By the way, if you have your basics clear, that this is like really easy. Like data types, input output, and function and scope, this will be on C, not on any other language. Okay, variables and registers, command line programming, pointers, inbuilt libraries, call by value, call by reference, iteration, recursion. This won't be too hard. I think this is like the best scoring part, so you can do great, right? Anyone uh, who comes from CS background, I think they have at least coded once or twice. Like, so I think you can do great in this. So it's like a scoring part for you. You have to solve just like 10 questions in the duration of 15 minutes. If you know what's wrong, you know what's wrong. Okay, now we have the coding part. So for coding part, I don't think I have any important topics, like in other parts. In coding, I don't think the question will be of that high level, but still I'll just give you a brief about that. Okay, so the coding section, sorry, yeah, the coding section, it comprises of like two questions. And the first question, it will be of like 15 minutes. The second question will give you 30 minutes. Now this is like the updated syllabus, so here you only get 5 languages as an option. These are C, C++, Java, Python and Perl. You can only code in these languages. Okay, and honestly I don't think the level is very hard, and if you have your basics clear, you'll do great. So this is all about the coding part. Also, the level is not I don't think that's really hard. But if yeah, definitely you should practice for coding also. But anyone who is not very comfortable with coding, trust me, this is the best option that you'll have, because you want to move to the IT world, and everything will be regarding coding, like, well, mostly. And this is like one of the best option, because even if you are able to crack one exam, that will give you a huge morale boost. So just give up every just try your best, and work really hard for this. Okay. And what else do we have? So this was all from my side. If you have like any other questions, just ask them in the comment section, and I'll definitely try to answer them. Okay. And yeah, that's all. Thank you.